you know, over the years of having this fragrance, of wearing this fragrance, and of spraying it for other people, I have come to a conclusion with this fragrance, and the conclusion is this, that nobody dislikes this fragrance. Nobody ever says, oh no thank you. Nobody says that they wouldn't wear it. And the conclusion that I've come to is that also nobody shares the same enthusiasm, the same passion, and the same love, with a capital love, that I have for this fragrance. You know what, I'll be honest, hands up, it is not a complex fragrance. Hands up, it is a mainstream fragrance, and to be honest, it's kind of quite a basic fragrance, but I have this absolute love for this fragrance. This fragrance is made by Paco Rabanne, and it is Invictus Victory. Here it is. Here it is. That fragrance there, okay. Now, the whole Invictus thing had kind of passed me by. And it wasn't until I got my nose on Invictus Victory that I was like, hello, I'm interested. And it's not a complex fragrance. It is very mainstream. Let me try and tell you that. It is the depth and the richness of the amber and the vanilla that make this, for me, an absolute passion. I'll be honest with you, I cannot get enough of Invictus Victory. And you're going to say, Leggy, just a minute. What has the relationship between this and the original Invictus got? Is there anything there? All right. Invictus Victory does not have like the juicy fruitiness of the original Invictus, nor does it have the sort of slightly salty seaside vibe, but it does have the woods, and even the woods in this, the amber, the rich amber in this, even the woods are kind of not the same as the original Invictus. Okay, so this, I'll be honest with you, hand on heart, whether you do or don't like the original Invictus, you may well still like this bad boy, Invictus Victory. Okay, let me try and describe Invictus Victory without getting too emotional. Calm yourself down, Leggy. Right, okay. At the top of this gorgeous fragrance is a lemon. Okay, just a little fizzle whizzle of citrus. This is not a fruity fragrance. It is not about the fruits and the juiciness. This is about the depth of the richness of the amber and the vanilla. Okay, so once the lemon has done a little fizzle, it kind of disappears. Not entirely, but it kind of goes. All right, and then you are left with the richness of the vanilla. The vanilla is serious in this one, and so is the amber. And the only other thing that you're going to get in this one is the Tonka. The Tonka, the amber and the vanilla, literally they are all on full tilt. Okay, it isn't just amber. All right, now let me try and describe. It's a bit like with the amber in this one, it's like it's burnt. All right, no, it's not burnt, it's not smoky. It's like someone's took like a blowtorch to the amber and they have just charred the amber. And the amber has like that slight charredness to it. The vanilla is just entirely just, it's like a Madagascan vanilla. It's a really rich vanilla in this one. And the Tonka gives it just that sort of slight chocolatiness to it. Okay, honestly, it is a bit like the richest, creamiest, sort of vanilla-iest ice cream you could possibly get. If you smeared that all over your skin, it would be an entire waste of the ice cream. But that is pretty much what this is. This is gorgeous. This is very sweet, but this is very masculine. Okay, this is not unisex at all. Whereas the original Invictus is kind of almost unisex. This is a very masculine kind of fragrance. It will do pretty much any occasion. If you're going to your place of worship, this is perfect. If you're going to the gym, this is perfect. If you're going to the office, this is perfect. This is just perfect for everything, any day, any season. Although I would say I tend to favour this more in the cooler weather. I tend to reach for something like Invictus Platinum in the warmer weather. Okay, so this will pretty much do any occasion. What about the age? This is ageist. A teenager can wear this, and an old guy, 80s, 90s, who's still rocking fragrances seriously, right the way up to the grave, this will do it. Okay, now you can tell I love this fragrance. I really, really do. This fragrance, the 100ml, now it isn't a perfume extreme or something like that. It's an eau de perfume. It's the good strength. Okay, this lasts quite well. In fact, it lasts incredibly well. For the first 2 hours, it radiates off you nicely, and then it drops down to a scent bubble, and pretty much for the rest of the day, you're in a scent bubble. And sometimes 11th and 10th hours, you know, you still get a whiff of this fragrance. This is a long-lasting fragrance. Okay. 100ml here in the UK will cost you around about 75 maybe British pounds. I haven't bought a bottle for a long time because I just tend to sort of don't use a massive amount of it. You don't have to overspray this one. So I think it's about £75 for the 100ml. You're going to say leggies are a cheaper option. Oh, you know me. Okay, just very quickly, let me just mention, when Invictus Victory Elixir came out, obviously I was drawn to that one, but ridiculously, whilst I love this one, I actually prefer the original Victory. Okay, there's something about the richness of this which is amazing. Victory Elixir, you know, you can't go wrong with that one. It's like a very sweet gloopy take on Victory. Okay, but for me personally, I stick with the original as a real passion. But you're saying, Leggy, mate, find me a cheaper version. Okay, so from the mighty house of Lattafa, in terms of Maison Alhambra, okay, it's their branch of sort of clones. Look at this. You're going to say, Leggy, mate, what's the difference between these two? Okay, so that's about 75 British pounds. This Victorioso Victory cost me on eBay UK 22 British pounds. Now, is it the same smell and is it the same performance? That's the question. Okay. With a lot of these Maison Alhambras, there's like a bit of a chemical, maybe alcoholic sort of mess to go through at the start. There isn't on this one. You are straight into, I'm going to be honest with you, you are straight into Invictus Victory. There's no messing around with this one, there's no waiting, there's no sort of dry down, there's no waiting for it to go into its dry down. This is straight. That's the other thing, with Invictus Victory, I don't really get like an opening and a dry down. There's very little difference between the opening and the dry down. It's almost straight into its dry down, okay? Because the lemon is literally very short-lived. This is exactly the same. This Maison Alhambra is actually incredible. Okay, if you're going to ask me what the difference is between these two, I genuinely cannot tell you the difference. Now, this is coming from someone who loves this fragrance. So you think, you know, I know every little sort of nook and cranny of that fragrance. Can I tell you any difference? No. This still has the incredibly rich amber, vanilla and tonka, which kind of smells charred, not burnt or smoky, just charred. Okay, it has exactly that. It smells like the most gorgeous sort of vanilla ice cream. Okay, and yes, it does have the little fizzle whizzle of citrus. There is no difference between these two. And you're going to say, what about the performance? The performance has got to be less. It isn't. Okay. I've had this for about a week. I've been wearing it solid. I kid you not, it is the same performance as the original. Okay. Now, maybe there is someone else out there who has the same passion and enthusiasm for Invictus Victory. And if you are that person, let me tell you, for 22 British pounds, this stuff will tick every single one of your boxes. This stuff, you know, you can spray it so many times and you're spending pennies compared to the real thing. Honestly, you can almost afford to overspray this one. Not that it particularly needs it, but you can afford to just be trigger happy. You can afford to wear it to work, you know, every day. You can afford to wear it all day, every day if you want. And it will still cost you next to nothing. Now, right, calm down, Leggy, calm down. Right, so let me just give you a solid recommendation. If you like Invictus Victory, and trust me, all right, if you've never smelt it, if you've just dismissed it as, oh, I don't think it's much to do with Invictus, it isn't much to do with Invictus, but get your nose on Invictus Victory. Trust me, if you like a rich, dark humid sort of fragrance, that is what that is, okay? But Maison Alhambra, trust me, £22. Get that into your collection and spray it wildly. You will not be disappointed because it is the same. This is another clone done right. Maison Alhambra have hit the nail on the head with a screwdriver absolutely perfectly, and this is well worth having that in your collection. Now I'm going to love me and leave you now, but before I go, let me just say I really appreciate you coming to this channel. This channel isn't monetized, it isn't sponsored, it isn't affiliated or whatever else the technical words are. This is just me, John Legg. I have a massive collection of fragrances and I just love sharing them with you. But realistically, whether you go out and buy this or any other fragrances, realistically, I would like to just do one thing. I'd like to get into your mind and I'd like you to hear this. Wear a good fragrance every day, not just on a Monday, not just on a Friday, not just on a date night, not just going out night. Wear a good fragrance all day, every day. Trust me, you'll smile, you may get a compliment, and you'll feel so much better as you smell it coming off you. All right, I'm going to let you go now. In the meantime, please stay safe and please come back for the next review because there will be another one. And remember, before you leave your front door, or even if you're just having a at-home kind of day, reach for a fragrance and do this. Cap off. You haven't got to do the stupid face, that's just me. And if you're bald, on top, woohoo! I love it on top because it just radiates off. Crazy. Okay, I am crazy. I'm going to let you go now, so good night and goodbye. The off button, I always get messed up.